God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
How can I help you today, friend?
What's going on around here?
Nothing much, fortunately. And thank God and St. John the Baptist for that. We've suffered enough in this war.
Where can I spend the night?
There's a room you can use back behind the tavern, next to the chicken coop.
I need to stock up on supplies. Where would I find some merchants?
Well, lad, there's nothing but farmers here. Merchants only stop by once in a while. You have to go somewhere else to trade. But if you want to buy food, I'm at your service. Or you can go and see young Holba, who lives in the village green and grows fruit and vegetables. Oh, and if you need to repair something, there is a smithy right across from him.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
I need new clothes and shoes. Do you know of anyone?
The nearest tailor can be found in Miskovitz. That's the village through the forest here, halfway to Kuttenberg. And for new shoes, it's always best to go to the city.
That local blacksmith probably doesn't make armor, does he?
Nah, he certainly doesn't. He can fix pretty much anything, but otherwise he only makes tools and horseshoes. On the contrary, you can find the best smithies in the city. They flutter around the mines like flies on shit.
Where can I find a horse trader here?
Unfortunately, here in the village they only raise horses for the harness. But Hannah in Grund has nice riding horses. It's best if you go on the main road to Miskovitz, and then north through Horsham. You can't miss it. There are all these old mine shafts all over the place.
Where can I find a miller?
Not here. But down in Verklitz there are a few mills. Farmers from all over the area bring their grain there. It's quite a long way. You have to go through Bisoka and then Mesolas, which was recently burned down by Sigismund's wicked men.
What do you have for sale?
I hope you find what you're looking for next time, sir.
I went past your garden the other day, and that dog of yours was going mad, barking and growling at me like I was a stranger. He never used to be like that.
I know, sorry. He's getting
Come
old,
there!
losing his wits.
What is it you
He's
need?
half blind, as good as deaf. And when he takes fright, he nearly bites your hand off.
He used to be such a sweet dog.
I apologize.
I'm at your service, sir.
vegetables!
You have a kind masquerade, Uncle.
Pears! Delicious pears! Juicy pears!
Henry! That's a stroke of luck.
Bollock! Is that you?
As I live and breathe, we meet again!
So tell me, how are things?
Where to begin? So much has happened in the meantime. Well, there was that decent miller who told me he didn't know of any map to the Grail. I concocted a potion of invisibility, but it didn't work. Just made me feel poorly. I tried to break into the monastery.
What?
The plan was to look around for the map that went with the poem. Turned out not to be such a good idea. I got caught and there was nothing but trouble. Not something I'd recommend to anyone. To be honest, I'm glad to have some peace and quiet for a while.
But what about your biggest challenge? What about the Grail?
After all I've been through on that account, I've decided to give up my search.
So you've taken up a regular job?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
What do you mean?
I may not have found the Grail, but I'm onto something better.
What are you up to this time?
Treasure, and lots of it. Money, gold, jewellery, precious stones.
What treasure?
Listen, you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
Yes. They were the knights who protected pilgrims travelling to the Holy Land. But that order doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Precisely. 100 or so years ago, the Pope had it disbanded. He was unhappy that they were starting to be wealthier than was good for them, and they didn't want to pay for some war or something, so he had most of the knights executed. But they left behind a huge fortune.
And then he took that money for himself, did he?
Not all of it. The knights who survived the Pope's rage rode off and hid chests of gold around the world to keep it safe in case the order was ever to return. And I may have an idea where one of those chests is.
Let me guess. You think it's in the mines, and that's why you're pretending to be a miner.
That's right. I don't know which mine exactly, but it's a hell of a good lead.
How do you know all this? You met another mad monk?
No, not that. I got it straight from the horse's mouth. The other day I hammered this knight at dice in the tavern, and when he had nothing left to bet, he wagered this information. And lost! Says he's looking for the chest, too. So I just have to beat him to it. And that's why I'm disguised like this. I can get me into the shafts any time I want.
Bollock, how can you be so trusting of everyone? Some fool in an alehouse tells you something, and you throw common sense to the wind and believe him. Can't you see he might have lied to you?
You mustn't think everyone's out to get you. There are good and bad people, but sometimes it pays to trust them.
And other times not.
I trusted you, for example. You could have been a thief or a rogue, but I trusted you and told you about the Grail. I may not have found the Grail, but I got something just as worthwhile. I made a true friend. And when the Lord is gracious enough to let me run into you again after a while, you always give me advice, or at least a kind word of encouragement, and that was worth a little trust.
Stop it, or you'll make me cry.
I hope to see you again soon, my friend. Till next time.
Good luck.
Take care, sir.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Good doggy. Good boy. What would you like?
I'll have a look at the wares. Word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
What would you like, sir?
What's new around here, innkeeper?
Well, nothing much. If there was something, I'd tell you.
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that
Just a
price.
Very well.
Do we have a deal?
That's too much. Aye, that'll do. Thank you, sir. And come again.
I hate sweeping. Greetings.
Show me your wares. Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
No, only because it's you.
You'll have to make a better offer for this. Aye, that sum will convince me. Thank you, and come again, sir.
You have a fine master, eh, Mutt?
Why did they want to hang you?
I reckon my face bothered them. More likely they're pissed off I'm not a hypocritical fucker like they are.
And that's a reason for execution.
Unlike the hypocrites in the League of Lords, I'm not ashamed of what I am.
I know they call you Dry Devil.
Aye, they call me a lot of things, laddie. And that's what rankles the Lords, that I'm getting rich at their expense. And that's some fucking fat loot they stole from the king.
So you're on the king's side?
I'm on the side of whoever pays me, lad. And I'll tell you one thing. I've never gone back on my word. My noble word is my oath. Unlike that of bastards like von Bergau or von Rosenborg.
Have you been at war?
Aye, I fought in Moravia, and I'm still the hetman of the royal city of Znaim. You're just a yokel, so you hardly know what's been going on in the kingdom these last few years.
You're an experienced warrior, so teach me something.
Not a damn thing, lad. Not unless you pay me well. But first, bring me some good wine.
All right, here you go.
Good lad. Now, what do you want to know?
I want to see what you can do with a mace.
Ha ha! Good choice. It's better than a sword when you're up close. All right then. I'll show you a few devilish tricks.
Let's fight.
Look, I can't now, Henry. Stop by when I'm at the arena.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? And since it's you, I'll show it to you twice so you'll understand it. If you're a good lad, I'll show you one of my best tricks with a sword. Or how to quickly send the bastard who's against you to the devil! But it can only be done with a sword. And what's more, you can't have a shield in your other hand.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. I knew immediately that would lure you in. The main thing is to attack from above. To quickly catch the opponent's wrist and push the edge of your own sword over his blade, so it's under his neck. If you do it right, I reckon I don't have to tell you what comes next, do I? And now, come and try it a few times. Good.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Are you mad? This isn't the time for it. Come back when it's light out.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Are you mad?
Why is this all sticky?
What have I?
Good evening, Henry.
Greetings to you two.
God be with you, Zizka.
A large beer for me.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Greetings, sir. Good doggy. Good boy.
Next time I should use fresh herbs. With fresh herbs, it would have turned out better.
You're always welcome here, good sir. You silly doggy.
Last call is over. We're closing up for today.
I'd like to learn a few tricks.
It'll take some time, but throw in a bit of coin and I'll teach you whatever you want.
I saw you shoot. You're bloody fast. I don't get it. What's your secret?
Aye, that's easy to learn. It's just a little trick, and then years of practice.
Show me, then.
All right, let's get started then.
Greetings, good man. Will you come over here for a moment? Let's talk.
I bid you good day. What do you want to talk about?
You'll see. You won't be sorry.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
Excuse me?
God bless. Could you spare a few groschen for charity's sake? I'll be straight with you. It's to spend down the tavern.
Tell me a little about yourself. If I find you to be an upright fellow, I might be willing to indulge you.
I was once a cloth merchant. You'd have been hard put to find a tailor around here who didn't buy my wares. The finest quality at the fairest prices.
So what happened?
Bad times, lad, and bad people. They robbed my cart more than once, and in the end they just drove off with it. Twice they held a dagger to my throat until I emptied my purse. So I ended up on my own, with no livelihood and no money.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But it's not that bad. Every now and then I meet someone who gives me a groschen, and then I'm good for the evening.
Your frankness is refreshing. Maybe I can dig out a few coins here.
Thank you for your generosity. May the Lord reward you. I will drink to your health.
Really pissing down.
And raise an ale to your horse, your dog, and your wife. I'm coming for you, ale wenches!
Hey, where's that beer? I'll have a beer.
Morning.
Morning.
Hang in there.
Good morning, man of Skallets.
Good morning. All right.
Grand, my friend. Thanks for asking.
Let's fight.
You want the rough stuff? Or should I be gentle with you? Practice or real weapons, I mean.
A practice fight is enough for me.
And what's your weapon of choice?
I'll take a mace and a shield.
I'll give you a cudgel instead of a mace. It comes to the same thing. And what weapon do you want me to batter you with?
Take a mace and shield as well.
Got it. Ready to fight?
Let's get on with it.
If we're here to fight, let's get cracking! Come on! Missed your turn when they were handing out sense, eh? How do you like that?
Strike!
I understand. Yeah! You're finished, wanker! I'll cut your balls off! He came, he saw, he shot himself!
Now I'll test your defense.
All right! Fucking hell! Oh, hot! Oh! Fucking hell! I'll cut your balls off! Get fucked! Come on! You won't get... Come on!
That'll do. I've had enough for today.
Had enough? Had enough? Well, I certainly have, so I'm going for a drink. We can continue tomorrow.
Let's fight.
What would you prefer, real or practice weapons?
With real weapons.
All right. How many opponents do you have in mind?
You'll be enough for me.
On guard! You haven't got a chance! Oh, well done, Henry! I give up! But I'd like a rematch to see if it was luck or not.
I'll be happy to beat you a second time.
Not today. How about going for an ale instead?
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Well, why not? And since it's you, I'll show it to you twice so you'll understand it. I've seen you fight, and you could be a bit more direct, my friend. Just forget about what it looks like, you get me? I'll show you how to take out your opponent without slitting him open from his neck to his arse. What do you say?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, I can see you like long swords too, eh? So listen, the trick is about speed and surprise. After stabbing with the sword, you immediately turn it around, and while sliding, you strike the sword's pommel forward. If you do it fast enough, the opponent won't have time to move, and you'll hit him right between the eyes. And now, come and try it a few times. Good. You could be bloody damn good, if you don't get killed first.
I'd like to learn from a master.
Where's that wine? Or should I write it down in your diary so you'll remember it?
Again?
Always!
Fine. I'll go and get some.
Did you hear what happened?
You're always
A
welcome
recruiter
here,
from
good sir.
Sigismund's army camp came through here.
Oh, not again! There won't be any men left soon at this rate.
And then they'll start taking women as well. You'll see. Why don't we just go and enlist right away?
I bet they can't wait for us to join up. Have you ever even held a sword?
Not a sword, but I'm pretty handy with a flail. I reckon bashing some dolt isn't so different from threshing wheat. And what's more, apparently every soldier gets a dozen groschen and a piece of meat every other day.
My God! For that much, I'd even bash the priest over the head with a flail.
Aye, take care. You're always welcome here, good sir. You're up bright and early today. What would you like?
I'll have a look at your wares.
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir. What do you need?
I need to take a load off.
Certainly. My baths are at your service.
Prepare me a hot bath and wash my clothes.
Great. But it'll cost you.
I'll gladly pay you.
Excellent. I'm sure you'll be very satisfied.
I'm at your service, sir.
It's filthy again. Damn it.
God. What for? Oh well. Now just this. Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
I'd like to learn from a master.
You got that wine for me?
All right. Here you go.
Ready. What is it you want, then?
You can ride a horse as well as a hay wagon, I expect.
You snot-nosed brat! You're the one that shakes like a whore in the saddle. All right, then. I'll show you a few devilish tricks.
I'd like to learn from a master.
You got that wine for me?
All right. Here you go.
Ready. What is it you want, then?
I need to get better at defending myself with a polearm.
That weapon's not worth shite! Well, except in a few cases when it's saved my skin. All right, then. I'll show you a few devilish tricks.
I'd like to learn from a master.
You got that wine for me?
All right. Here you go.
Ready. What is it you want, then?
I need to improve my sword biting skills.
Then sword fight, damn it! That the main thing is not to soil your braze, no matter who you're up against. All right, then. I'll show you a few devilish tricks.